Hey guys, what is up with you today? It's Friday. End of the week for work for most of us. Me, I'm still on vacation until Monday. And I guess the crap for my job will start then. Who knows? And it's right before Christmas. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing very well in all your endeavors. Staying out of trouble, taking care of yourselves, and whatnot. My throat is dry. Super dry. Side effect of medication, your throat is dry all the time. Like, well. But anyway, this is going to be a movie review. Now I'm going to review not one but two movies today. I saw them yesterday. I was going to do a video on them yesterday, but for some reason, time got the better of me, and I was busy doing other stuff. Story of my life, right? And much everybody else. So let's get on with it. The first one is what I call a sci-fi fiction kind of thing. I want to talk to you about The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. This is a very old movie. How old? 2000. What? I want to say 2006. Or 2003 maybe. Oh well, it's 2000 something. Starring Sean Connery. The smooth ass Sean Connery who passed away recently. And of course, this is probably one of his, I don't know how many films he did after this one, but maybe this is one of his last films, I guess. And it was bittersweet, lukewarm. I thought it was pretty cool because it's based off of a comic book by Alan Moore called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen that he produced from, I think it was Dark Horse Comics, I believe. Don't quote me on that one. I should have researched this a little bit, but that's okay. I'm talking about the movie. The movie has technically nothing to do with the comic book, but it's kind of like a big mashup of all this stuff. Big mashup of like historical people. Like, for example, he's Alan Quatermain, who's, I guess, is legendary in Britain or something like that. You got Mrs. Harkness, who ended up becoming a vampire. Dorian Gray, who's the guy who ages only if he watches his own picture or something. Captain Ishmael. This guy named Skinner, who turned invincible. And this guy, Huckleberry Finn. I think it's Huckleberry Finn. I don't know. I call him Huckleberry Finn because he's from America. They get together. It's funny. It's one of those kind of matches where the main villain of the story wants to get rid of all these people who could actually stop him, but instead puts them together. Sounds kind of like the Avengers in a way. Sounds kind of like the Avengers, where Loki brought the Avengers together to stop. But anyway, it's a pretty good film. Didn't do so well in the theaters. I don't know why, because Sean Connery usually makes money like that. But the script was not the best, but it was doable. And plus, he played a really, I have not seen him in a bad picture role, ever. But, like I said, I watched it last night, or yesterday afternoon. And I was clearing up, I was doing some cleaning. And there's a lot of cleaning I got to tell you the truth, I looked over and said this week I'm going to do a whole bunch of cleaning. Didn't really get too much. But then again, I guess lately when I've been working so much, not much you basically, I spend most of my time watching YouTube or something like that, and I was just like laying in bed and stuff because I was like exhausted. it took me. I woke up at like what 8 o'clock, but it took me almost to 11 o'clock to actually get out of bed because I was so exhausted. But anyway, in my opinion, if you ever watch, this is a very good movie. If you're not too big on superhero movies, this is a good movie for you because it's not superhero ish. The only reason I call it superhero ish, kind of like, is because it's based off of a comic book. Yes, it is. But it's not like superhero, like over the top. It's over the top, but it's not like superhero, like I bust down buildings and walls and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He's really cool in this one. Okay. I wish they had made a sequel, but I guess because the movie didn't do so well. I mean, it's kind of funny, but in my opinion, it's a really good movie to watch. So if you got a couple hours and you don't know what to watch, pop that sucker in. Can't go wrong. Plus it's Sean Connery. Next one is kind of a personal favorite of mine. This movie was made in came out in 1983 or 84. It stars Michael Keaton, 5 years before he became the infamous Batman. But other than that, he took on comedy roles because he was a comedian. And he's also a very good actor, of course. But when I saw back then in the mid 80s, cable just started booming, and this movie was on all the time. We had all the major channels, so we was watching this every time this came on, I watched it. It was like, if you like sight gags and gags like that and some like slapstick comedy, this movie might be up your alley. It's called Johnny Dangerously. Now, I tell you the truth, I might have did a video on this movie before and this one before, but I don't remember. If I did. Let me know down below. Maybe this one is better than that one. But it stars Michael Keaton right here, Dom DeLuise. These are old school comedians. Mary Lou Henner, who's also been in a lot of comedy movies. Joe Piscopo, who's also a stand-up comic. Danny DeVito. Oh, Danny DeVito. Maureen Stapleton, I think. And it's a spoof on 1920s and 30s gangster movies. It is I mean, if you like that kind of slapstick kind of movies, you will love this. Like, if you watch that what's that one series? Not like National Lampoon, you'll like this. If you like those disaster movies, you'll like this. Lots of slapstick. Lots of jokes. This guy Joe Piscopo, he had a revolver. It's called an .88 Magnum. And his line was, "It shoots through schools." And the way how he did it is so funny. And I cannot do the jokes justice on this movie because you just have to be in the moment. One of the theories is one of the themes of the movie was he joined crime to help his mother out with a medical problem back then. And the funny thing is, it's always so expensive. So what happens? He had to keep doing crimes to pay for his mother's medical expenses. Oh, how's my mom's throat? Oh, it costs $49.99. And back in the 30s, that's a very expensive. So he had to he turned to crime to do all that stuff. Then he went full time. Put his brother through law school, and his brother decided to become a DA and tries to put him in jail, which is also funny as well. Sight gags is so much. The Danny DeVito scene, him and Michael Keaton was sitting down having dinner. He goes, they're drinking this beer. He says, "Oh, what is this? Oh, it's something new. Oh, malt liquor." And then the gag of the bull running through the bull shop. It was hilarious. But there's a lot of sight gags, and I can't mention every single sight gag that's in here. But one of the best ones was when his brother says, "I want to drop out of law school and get married." And he goes, "Why?" And he goes, "I can't say it in front of Ma. I can't say it in front of Ma." And he goes, "Okay, come to my apartment later." So he leaves. So his mom goes, Oh, you want to quit law school? Why is that? He said, I can't really say, Mom. Oh, you want to get laid? You want to go? And that scene was so funny. I was dying laughing. I had to rewind that scene 4 or 5 times because when I was 13, I was laughing my balls off. My mom at the time she used to watch this with me. We was laughing our butts off because it was so hilariously funny. Like I said, the jokes I could repeat it here, but they won't do this movie justice. I bought this for like $5. So I mean, hey, for $5, this is an awesome movie. Especially like a lot of the old, like a lot of the quote unquote comedy movies out today. Some people like me are like, man, these guys are stupid. But sometimes when some people watch these old school comedies, they say, oh my God, this is so stupid, because they can't get the jokes. And that's it for today. Oh, these are 2 movies that I used to watch. That one movie, that Johnny Dangerous, I used to watch all the time. Luckily, I found it, bought it for $5. Love it. Maybe one day if you find it, hopefully it's on Netflix or Amazon, and you could just watch it for free. If you can, just watch it. If you think it's funny, come back to here and say, man, this shit is funny as hell. If you think this is sucks, dude, man, this thing is bull. What kind of comedy you guys watching back then? But anyway, different things for different people. But other than that, I want to say thank you once again for watching this video and any of my other videos of insanity and morality, corruption, and pure utter nonsense. Without this, tell you the truth, in some ways I love doing these movies, even though not many people watch it, because it makes me feel good, and hopefully it makes everybody else feel good too when they watch it, stuff like that. And plus a lot of times I seen some movies from other people and I said, oh, let me look at this. Like, for example, this one YouTube channel was talking about music from the 60s. And I was like, I wonder what kind of music my mom and them was listening to back then, besides Motown. Some of the stuff was, Motown, of course. But, some of the stuff I was like, oh. And I heard like a snippet of one song. I was like, oh, it caused me to actually buy it on iTunes. It sounds pretty cool. It's kind of like one of those kind of simple, I love you kind of songs, but that's fine. Also, the Supreme song, my parents used to play Supremes all the time when I was growing up, because of course they lived it during that time. And there was one song that popped up in that list, and it only plays like 30 seconds, but the fun thing is like, and it takes the title, so I was like, this kind of catchy. And within 30 seconds, I find it on YouTube, and I'm finding it on YouTube, I find it on my phone, and I'm listening to it for like 3 to 4 minutes, 5 times, because it's actually a really cool song. It's called "The Happening." It's kind of really upbeat and stuff like that. But a lot of times I learn a lot of stuff from YouTube. Some stuff more practical than others, like those hacks to improve your life, but nothing to that extent. But then again, how to fix a car, and that's going to be kind of more difficult. I try to avoid those, but I learn a lot of stuff. But with that being said, if you like this video, comment. Leave me a message down below. Subscribe if you like. Share this video if you like. And if everything goes well, I'll be in the gym in the next couple of hours. Or I'll be in there tonight, depending on how I feel. Debating whether to go now, since it's early afternoon, or should I go later on tonight. I'm debating. If I go now, it's over, and I can just do whatever I want the rest of the night, or just do whatever I want to go to the gym. I don't know yet. But that's for my dilemma to figure out. So, hey. Thank you very much, and peace out. It's funny, if I do this, the video won't stop automatically. So I had to do this.